Welcome to Truth Behind History, where we uncover the hidden stories that time has tried to erase. Today, we're diving deep into the mystery of lost cities, ancient civilizations that flourished, vanished, and in some cases, are still waiting to be rediscovered. Lost cities have captivated the human imagination for centuries. Think about it. Entire metropolises once teeming with life, with markets, temples, and homes, suddenly disappearing as if they never existed. Some were buried by nature, some abandoned due to war or disaster, and others simply faded into legend. But here's the thing. Just because something is lost doesn't mean it's gone forever. Thanks to modern technology, explorers and archaeologists are uncovering more lost cities than ever before. And the more we find, the more our understanding of history changes. But the real question is, how many more are out there, waiting to be found? Let's begin. Lost cities have always been a source of fascination. They exist at the crossroads of history and mystery, places where real events and myths blur together. Some, like Pompeii, were frozen in time by disaster. Others, like the legendary city of El Dorado, may never have existed at all. But the key idea here is this. Every rediscovery reshapes our understanding of the past. Take Troy, for example. For centuries, scholars dismissed it as a legend, just a story from the Iliad. Then in the 19th century, archaeologists actually found Troy, proving that myths and reality aren't always as separate as we think. And here's something to consider. Are these cities truly lost, or have we just not looked in the right places? Every year, with new technology and relentless exploration, more lost cities are being uncovered. What will we find next? Well, let's take a look at some of the most exciting rediscoveries in recent history. All right, let's talk about some real lost cities that have been found in just the past couple of years. First up, we have Amazon's hidden cities. In 2024, LiDAR scans, basically high-tech laser mapping, revealed massive urban centers beneath the Amazon rainforest. Not just villages, but cities, suggesting that the Amazon was once home to vast, advanced civilizations. This discovery could rewrite everything we thought we knew about the pre-Columbian Americas. Then, in 2023, archaeologists uncovered the Maya city of Okumtun, a previously unknown settlement featuring pyramids and plazas hidden deep within the jungles of Mexico. The Maya civilization was more expansive than we ever imagined, and this city proves that there's still so much we don't know. And then we have lost Silk Road cities. In 2024, mapping in Uzbekistan uncovered two buried cities along the legendary Silk Road. These were critical trade hubs, once connecting east and west. Finding them gives us new insight into the ancient world's economy and global connections. See, these cities weren't gone, they were just waiting to be found. But that raises another question. How do cities get lost in the first place? Well, let's break it down. Cities don't just disappear for no reason. There are three major forces behind their downfall: natural disasters, environmental changes, and war. Let's start with natural disasters. Take Pompeii, completely buried under volcanic ash when Mount Vesuvius erupted, or Thanis Heracleion, an Egyptian port city that once rivaled Alexandria, until it sank beneath the Mediterranean due to earthquakes and tsunamis. Then there's environmental change. Deserts expand, rivers dry up, sea levels rise. Entire civilizations can be wiped out by a shifting climate. The city of Ubar, often linked to the legendary Atlantis of the Sands, vanished due to desertification. Even parts of the Maya civilization struggled with severe drought, forcing their people to move elsewhere. And finally, we have war and conquest. Some cities are abandoned after invasions. Think Troy, famously besieged in the Trojan War, or Carthage, burned to the ground by the Romans. When civilizations fall, so do their cities, and over time, nature reclaims what was left behind. But if history has a way of burying cities, technology has a way of digging them back up. So let's talk about how modern science is helping us track down these lost civilizations. Okay, imagine you're looking for a lost city. You don't have a treasure map, and you can't just go wandering through the jungle hoping to trip over a pyramid. That's where modern technology comes in. First, we have LiDAR scanning. This is a total game changer. By firing laser pulses from the air, researchers can see through dense jungle canopies and reveal hidden structures underneath. This is how we discovered those lost Amazonian cities and Maya settlements that were completely invisible to the naked eye. Then there's satellite imaging, which lets archaeologists study ancient trade routes, road networks, and even buried ruins from space. With the right imaging filters, satellites can detect disturbances in the ground, revealing structures that haven't seen daylight in thousands of years. And finally, we have AI and big data. This isn't just about excavation. It's about prediction. By analyzing historical records, geographic data, and even ancient myths, AI can predict where lost cities should be. And as we've seen, sometimes those predictions turn out to be right. But even with all these discoveries, there are still so many lost cities left to find. And guess what? Some of them might still be out there, just waiting for us to uncover them. Let's look at a few of the most intriguing possibilities. All right, so we've talked about rediscovered cities, but what about the ones we haven't found yet? Believe it or not, there are still ancient cities that remain a mystery. Some might be myths, some might be exaggerations, but others, they could be real and waiting for someone to uncover them. First up, the lost city of Z. Deep in the Amazon, this legendary city was first theorized by British explorer Percy Fawcett in the early 1900s. He believed an advanced civilization once thrived in the jungle. And while many dismissed it as fantasy, recent LiDAR discoveries of vast ancient settlements in the Amazon suggest he might have been onto something. Could Z still be out there? Then we have Iram of the Pillars. This one comes straight out of ancient Arabian texts and is sometimes called the Atlantis of the Sands. According to legend, it was a wealthy city that thrived in the desert until it mysteriously vanished, possibly swallowed by shifting dunes. Some researchers believe remnants of it have been found, but no one's quite sure. And then we have the White City, also known as the City of the Monkey God. Hidden deep in the Honduran jungle, this site has long been whispered about in indigenous legends. In 2015, LiDAR scans revealed a massive, untouched city buried beneath the rainforest. It's still being excavated, but so far it suggests an unknown civilization may have existed here. So the big question is, how many other mythical cities are actually real? And if we do find them, what can they teach us? Lost cities aren't just about the thrill of discovery. They teach us valuable lessons about history, civilization, and even our own future. First, civilizations rise and fall. No matter how advanced a society is, no city lasts forever. Whether it's due to climate, war, or disaster, history shows us that even the mightiest civilizations can disappear. That's a humbling thought, isn't it? Second, archaeology reshapes history. Every new discovery forces us to rethink what we thought we knew. For centuries, Troy was just a story until it wasn't. The vast Amazonian cities challenged the idea that pre-Columbian America was sparsely populated. History isn't set in stone. It's constantly evolving. And finally, myths can become reality. Many places once dismissed as legends, like Troy, Ubar, and even Viking settlements in North America, turned out to be real. It makes you wonder, what other myths might actually be true? Could El Dorado have been a real place? Could Atlantis? But here's where it gets even more interesting. The future of lost city hunting isn't just about digging in the dirt, it's about cutting-edge science and exploration. Let's take a look at what's next. If we've learned anything so far, it's that lost cities aren't just a thing of the past. They're still being uncovered today, and the search is only getting smarter. First, we have AI and machine learning. Archaeologists are now using massive data sets, historical records, environmental patterns, old maps, and training AI to predict where lost cities are most likely to be found. This is the next frontier of exploration, not just looking for ruins, but predicting them. Then there's underwater exploration. Remember Thanos Heraklion, the Egyptian city that sank into the Mediterranean? Well, it's not the only one. With sonar and advanced submersibles, researchers are mapping the ocean floor. And who knows what's still waiting to be found beneath the waves? Maybe entire lost civilizations. And finally, space-based discovery. That's right. Satellites are helping archaeologists find buried cities from orbit. Satellite imaging can detect ancient structures hidden beneath modern landscapes. It's like a real-life version of an X-ray, but for the planet. In short, the days of wandering through jungles with a machete, hoping to stumble upon a temple, are over. The future of discovery is digital, and we're just getting started. So, what have we learned? Lost cities aren't just relics of the past. They're reminders of how much we still don't know. They show us that history isn't static. It's constantly being rewritten. And thanks to new technology, we're rediscovering more of it than ever before. But the search isn't over. With AI, LIDAR, underwater exploration, and satellite imaging, the next great discovery could be just around the corner. And who knows, maybe one day, we'll uncover something that changes history forever. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe to Truth Behind History for more deep dives into the forgotten and unexplained. Hit that like button, drop a comment on which lost city fascinates you the most, and check out our other videos if you love uncovering the past. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.